Okay, so Chem 110, this is where we left off before break and all this corona stuff took place. The plan here is I will give a series of lectures, and I'll try to make them fairly short, between 10 20 minutes. And hopefully I'll have some sort of preview, review for you to check off, look at, so that you can sort of follow along on your own as you go through this. But your goal will be to watch the videos, take notes as though you were in class. Now you actually get a chance to re-watch and watch what you need to watch and get how to use it. Problem is that I really like to have a student interaction to see how you're doing, but that's impossible in this case, so I'm trying to still figure out how to do that. So the first lecture I'll give, and the layout of this will be sent to you, how it's going to go, what you should be doing on Blackboard. But let's get started. And so where we left off was something called the mole. And the mole is a quantity, and it's a way of measuring chemicals for chemical experiments. When we write a chemical equation, it tells me how much of each one of the chemicals I need to add to each other for the reaction to take place. Okay. The best way to do this is to think about, so I'll get to the mole in a little bit. I talked about it and I gave you an idea how to work with it. But first of all, I just want to make sure that you understand how it applies and how you probably use this process in your life. Okay, first thing to realize is that a chemical equation is nothing more than a recipe. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a simple just simple kind of cooking recipe that don't try it at home because it won't work, okay? But you'll get the idea, I hope. And once you understand how this works, we're going to substitute the idea of what we learned with recipes. We'll substitute chemical equations into the recipe idea. Okay, so you see the big old thing saying the mole. Okay, well, we're gonna not actually do the mole right this second. We will be doing recipes. And just follow along. It's simple. It is really simple. And that's the key thing about this. It's a simple idea. Once you get beyond thinking about the mole as a giant number, we don't care about that right now. We just want to know it's a way of measuring out quantities so that we can do chemical equations. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to switch this video off. This is the intro, and we'll have now a lecture about recipes.